and welcome to another easy drawing video. So today I thought I would recreate this. This is a mushroom drawing that I did a few weeks ago. But this was done in this black paper pad. The paper is black, and so it's a whole new skill set to create a piece of drawing like this in black paper. So we're not going to do that today, but I want to use this because I was very happy. I want to use this as a reference because I was really happy with how it came out. Um, I like the shape of the mushroom and how, I don't know, how it's just very simple. It came out really nice, and I think for the purpose of training and drawing, develop drawing skills, it's good to have a reference when I'm showing a drawing. It's good for you to have a reference of what I'm doing. So I'm just going to try to replicate this, and today I'm using a watercolor paper. Says here is 350 milligrams, but or grams, 350 grams, but I really don't think is the best color paper. But it's good enough for what we're doing. So I'm doing with with watercolor paper because maybe in the next video I will do a little bit of watercolor instruction as well. So I put this washi tape around the edge. So if we decide in the future to paint the whole background, once we remove this washi tape, we'll have very crispy lines, and it looks very nice. Anyway, so how do we draw a mushroom? Basically, let's look at this reference here. You have here a very simple oval shape. Okay, we're not looking at this separation here. Let's look at this whole area over here. It's kind of a little crooked oval shape. So let's start with that, the bottom. And we'll go all the way to the top. There we have. So now I'm going to make this line over here. And now let's make the body of it. So it will be somewhere here in the middle. The mushrooms are also a very fun subject for beginners because they can come in any shape you like, and they don't have to be perfect. And you can play with it. Anyway, so here we have some flowers. It's just to decorate a little more. You can leave just the mushroom. We have some leaves in here. Oops. Another flower over here. And this is more like a sunflower. So I will do a video another day, just about flowers. They're also very fun subject. And lots of leaves here in the background. And I'm making just very simple leaves. So mushrooms are one of my favorite subjects since since a long time, since the very beginning of my drawing and art journey. Here we have a little bit of grass. Okay, so we have the moon up here. And for the moon, I like to use, this is a very useful tool and very inexpensive. You can make circles with this little dots over here. You can make a circle from here, and then you have all these other circles to use for whatever size you want. Well, because this moon over here is much bigger, but since this is a much smaller surface, so we're going to make a little smaller over here. Oops. There you go. And I'm not going to make the stars right now. All right, so now let's fix this whole thing over here. We'll need to erase some of these lines and fix over here. And here for this, I really don't know how it calls, but this is one of the cutest parts of any mushroom. Is those little lines that go from the middle to the edge of that cup or whatever it's called. So to make this, make them go in the same direction all the time, I imagine that there is a point right here in the middle. And all these lines have to come from that point. And just keep going. Make as much as you want to. And you can always add more. Oops. And you can make them a little bit curvy like this. This is more of a whimsical drawing, really. That is what I actually do, whimsical drawings. Very seldom I create something that is realistic. But as you can see, I'm imagining that this line is coming this way over here. And I just keep going. Okay, so now I'm just going to add a few more. And we can add more of these lines when we come back with the pen. Oops, here it didn't come out perfect. Okay. All right. Just a couple more. That's it. And of course, you here on the top, you want to make as many of these little polka dots. Not every mushroom has these little dots, so you don't have to put it in yours, but it really looks cuter, I think, with the polka dots. I think, I could be wrong, but I think the mushrooms that have the red top and those little white dots, those are very poisonous mushrooms, but mushrooms we eat at home obviously never have that, but they're also cute. It's optional to you. Of course, we'll remove that imaginary line in there. Okay. All right, well, we can make a few more details here on those leaves, just so when you go over with your pen, you don't feel lost, not knowing what to do or where to go. So it's helpful to have a little more detail, especially if you are a beginner. You just started on this journey of drawing. You can create more details in this phase of your drawing, just so you feel more confident when you come with the pen. All right. So there it is. Your mushroom is done. I'm going to use the 03 micro pen to trace back these lines. Move your drawing as much as you need to make it easier for you. Makes it easier on your wrist. Here. If you are interested in learning something specific to draw, you can write it down in the comments, and whenever possible I will try really hard to draw it for you or show you a quick instruction on how you can make that. I won't promise, I'll be honest, I won't promise to draw everything that everyone asks me, but I will try really hard, because I know how it is in the beginning when we're first start in this journey of drawing or creating art, or you can become a little frustrating when we don't know how to draw something. We want to draw that subject. So if I can help you on your journey to learn how to draw or to develop more your drawing skills, then I'll be glad to try and help you to learn this skill. So in this video today, I'm just going to show you the line drawing, and then I'll come back in another video to show you how we can color this with watercolor. Watercolor is a lot of fun. There are many ways, many approaches you can take. To watercolor, and that's why I'm creating this drawing directly on the watercolor pad. But you don't have to. If you want to just draw directly on your sketchbook or any piece of paper, that's fine. Just do whatever it's more comfortable to you. I don't feel like you have to go out and buy new art supplies just because you see so many videos in YouTube, and so many artists have what seems to be very expensive art supplies, and they probably do. Most people, most professional artists will have professional grade art supplies. If you're starting out, you don't need to spend all this money. You can just have a piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser, and a pen. And hey, if you want to leave your drawing just in pencil, then you don't even need a pen. Okay, so now for the flowers. I talked about this in another video. If you're trying to develop drawing skills, it is a good idea to try to draw every day. And even something very simple, like an apple or a coffee mug, or like anything that is very easy and simple to draw. Because drawing every day is the best way to practice. But of course, not every day, and not all of us. We have time to spend in a big drawing project. So start with something simple, something that makes you happy. That's the best way to start. So here we have two more lines. I never make those lines straight. And as you can see, these leaves here are not realistic at all. I mean, this is not a botanical drawing to illustrate a book about mushrooms or about flowers. This is just us here having fun and practicing our drawing skills, and you don't need to make it perfect or hyper realistic or realistic at all. So now we're going to erase. Oops, I forgot that move. The pencil line was so dark, I thought it was already the pen. All right. Here we go. So, if you need reference photos for your drawings, for your art, you can use obviously your phone. This can look it up in the internet. Google photograph of mushrooms, and you have there many photos, many options of how to draw a mushroom. Another idea, if you want to stay off or away from phones and technology and screens in general, I recommend to get magazines. Magazines are very rich in many images, many photographs of all kinds. If you don't have any magazines at home, you can go maybe to even a thrift store, secondhand store. Sometimes we'll have old magazines very, very cheap, and you can buy just to use the photos in the magazines as your reference for your drawings, because it's easier for the beginners. If you're just starting to draw, it's easier to have a reference. At some point in your drawing journey, you will be able to draw from memory. And I mean, you can even try that now if you want to. It's a good skill to have, to draw from memory. But I recommend it to have a reference. However, when you have a reference, try not to be caught up in the feel that you need to draw exactly like that photograph. And then, because then you're going to try to aim for perfection, to create that exact replica of what's in the photograph. And that's not what we're trying to do here. As beginners of this new skill, what we're trying to do is just explore, experiment, and have fun in the process. The most important thing is that you enjoy the process. So if as a beginner you're trying to replicate exactly a photograph, that's not really going to be fun. So use reference photos, whether it's from a book or a magazine or the internet, whatever you can find on your phone. Use that as a reference, as an idea of what you're trying to create, but not exactly the very same thing. I'm going to give it a little more decorations or details here on those leaves. You don't have to, you can leave as it is. right. I think we're done. I mean, we could have a little more shadows here under the mushroom, under the cup of this mushroom, but since we are planning, or I am planning, to use watercolor in it later on, all these extra shadows or shading can come later on with the actual paint. So that's why I'm going to leave like this for now. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment below. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.